So this flowchart will be the guide for us to do the questions, okay? From particles, when you're going to moles, you're going to divide. Mass going to mole, also divide. And volume going to mole will also be divided. Now what do you divide that with? When particles, you're changing it into moles, you divide by the Avogadro constant. I'll explain what is this in a bit. Okay, mass going to mole, you're going to divide by RAM or even a molecular weight. Okay, from volume, when you're going to mole, you're going to divide by STP or RTP. Okay, divide. A mole, when you're going to something else, it's always times. So this way is going to be times the Avogadro constant. This way, from mole going to the mass, you're going to multiply by the RAM or molecular weight. Going down to find a volume, you're going to times with the STP or RTP constant. Okay, understand guys, this is all you need lah. Okay, next thing is I'm going to define the constants. Firstly, what is Avogadro constant? So Na, that stands for 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23. Okay, so what is Avogadro number? So you see, in chemistry we deal with atoms, molecules, ions, or generally we call them all as particles. Now these particles are extremely small. Even when I talk about, say, 1 gram or 0.5 grams of a certain substance or element, I'm going to be talking about a lot of particles, like millions or billions of particles. Now, mathematically, for you to keep writing millions and billions, it's not easy. And people tend to make mistakes when the numbers get bigger. Correct? So, luckily, the guy called Avogadro came up with this concept where he said, instead of us dealing with billions, why don't we say 1 mole? When you say 1 mole, what it means is that it has 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23 particles. That means it doesn't matter whether it's ion or molecule or atoms. So if I say 1 mole of carbon atoms, that means inside that you have 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23 carbon atoms. You understand? So it's like we are packaging the atoms into groups of 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23. Okay? Next one. So remember guys, this is the constant. Next constant is, I'm going to go into STP. STP stands for standard temperature and pressure. Now what's the standard temperature and pressure? The constant for this is 22.4, remember, dm cube per mole. Okay, next is RTP. Now what does RTP stands for? Room temperature and pressure. Now the value for this is 24 dm cube per mole. Understand guys? Lastly, what is RAM or RAM. That stands for relative atomic mass. Now, where do you get the RAM from? It's from the periodic table. Example, I'll show you a periodic table. So this is the periodic table. So say if I want to find the mass of sodium, you see you have two numbers. One is on top here, another one is down. So the up one is called the proton number. That's how many protons it has. Don't bother that. Look at the number at the bottom here. That is the RAM. So in this case, it's 23 for sodium. Understand, guys?